Hey friends, let's do Wind of Change guitar lesson by the Scorpions. I'll talk you through all the guitar parts and do the solo at the end, all with on-screen tab and chord charts to make it easier to follow along. So let me play the intro, then we'll break it down. So we're starting with 8 on the A string, and then we're playing 10 on D, G and B. Then we do a mute, and then we're going to play 10, slide up to 12 on the A, 10 on the D, and then play 12 on the G and the B, pull off to 10, and then 12 on the D. Then we do the 8 again on the A, the 10 on the D, G and B, our mute again. This time it changes a little bit. A, 10, slide up to 12, 10 D, 12 on the G and the B 2 times, 10, G and B, then play 12 on the D, back to 10 on the G and do just a small bend there, and then back to 12 on the D. Then we're just going to be 10th fret on the G and the B, do a hammer onto 12, pull off back to 10, and then 12 on the D, slide down. Then we're playing 10 on D and G and hammer onto 12 just on the D string. And then on the D string do 10, hammer onto 12, pull off to 10, slide back to 7. And then 7, slide to 10. And then we have a D minor chord. We're going to play the open D string, 1st fret E, 3rd fret on the B, 2nd fret on the G. Then an A minor, we're going to play the open A string, open E, 1st fret on the B, open G, so it's an A minor 7 chord. And then 3rd fret on the E string, 3rd fret on the B string there, open B string and open G string, and then C there, so slowly. And that's our intro there. Now let's have a look at the verse. So we're doing 2 bars where we don't play, and then the 3rd bar we have a 1 count, and then we just do a mute, then do another mute, and then we do 3 mutes there, and then we just do our D minor the same we did in the intro, our A minor 7, our G and our C. And then again we leave it go for 2 bars, and then we have 2 mutes, 1 mute. Then we're going to slide up to 12 on the A string and play 12 on the D. So. Then slide up to 10. Now this part's playing while our intro riff's playing again, so we slide up to 10 and then jump to the A string, 10, 12, 10 and 10 again. And while we're doing that bit, we're doing the D minor again, the A minor 7, the G. Now this time we're finishing on a 3rd fret on the A, 3rd fret on the D, open G, 1st fret on the B. That's our chord there. So. And don't play the high E string there. And that's our verse there. Then we go back to the intro part, so let me play that for you. And that's guitar 1 there, and then we have guitar 2 as well, and we'll look at that in a minute. So for this one we're just doing 2 mutes at the start. Then we're doing the fill the same, 10 as our intro fill. 10 slide up to 12, 10 on the D, 12 pull off to 10 on the G and B. Go back to D and just do 12, 10, 12. And then we do 2 mutes again. 10 slide up to 12 on the A, 10 on the D, 12 on the G and the B 2 times. Back to 10 and then 12 on the D. 10 on the G with a bend, and then back to 12 on the D. Staying on the G and the B, 10, hammer onto 12, pull off the 10. And then D, 12, 10. Now this changes a little bit here. We have the 10 on D and G, hammer onto 12 on the D. Then just play 12, 10, 10 on the D. And then while we're doing our little arpeggio picking, we slide up to the 10th fret on D and G. And then slide up to the 10th fret on A and D. And that's guitar 1. Now let's have a look at guitar 2. All he's doing here is playing the D minor and holding for a bar. Then the F, hold for a bar. Back to D minor, hold for a bar. A minor, hold for a bar. And then do our arpeggio picking. And finish off C there. And that's where he's gone back to the whistling. Then we have our next verse. Let me do that for you. Before we go on, if you're enjoying the lesson, please like and subscribe and say good day in the comments. We have new songs and lessons every week. You can also make a small donation to my Patreon page, and that really helps the channel out. So let's get back into it. So we're not playing for the first 3 bars, and then we have 5 slide up to 7 on the D, 5 G, 7 on the D. Then just do our arpeggios, the A minor 7 to the G, finish on the C, and then we just do 4 mutes. 2, 3 at the start of each bar. We do that, then we do a mute, hit the 7th fret on the D string. Then we're going to do a bend on 7G with a pinched harmonic, bend it, pull off back to 5. And then 7D, 7G. Then do our arpeggio picking again. Do our A minor 7. Now this time just do the G. And we don't play the C there, and we're going into the chorus. So that's our second verse. Now let's do the chorus. So we're just playing a C chord, and we're going to hit the root note, then do a down, down, up, and we do the same for each chord. So it's just a half bar, so C, G, D minor, back to G, to C, to G, D minor, to G. Then we're jumping to A minor. We're going to pick the open A string, 2nd fret D, 1st fret B, 2nd fret G. Then go to an F bar chord. We're going to play the 1st fret on the E, 3rd fret on the D, 1st fret on the B, 2nd fret on the G. So, and then to the G, 3rd fret on the E string, 3rd fret on the B, open G, then just strum the G chord and finish on the C chord there. And then we just go to the G string, 7th fret, bend and release, and then 7 slide back to 5. And there's a second guitar playing there as well. Just doing. So it's just arpeggio picking the C chord. We have open G, 1st fret B, open E, 1st fret B, open G, and then strum the C chord. And that's playing where we're doing our little fill. And And that's our chorus there. Then we have our next verse. Let's do that. So for this verse we're just doing 10, slide up to 12 on the D string, then do our arpeggio picking, our A minor, our G, finish on the C. Then our next little fill we're going to have 5, slide up to 7 on the A, 5 on the D, then play 7 on D and G, pull off the 5, 7 on A and D, so bend to 7 so we're just releasing it on the 7G, and then just do a trill between 5 and 7 on the G. Do our arpeggio picking again, our A minor 7, our G. Now let's just finish with the G chord, but just play 3rd fret A, 2nd fret on, 3rd fret E, 2nd fret on the A, open, D and G. And that gets us ready for the next chorus. And that's our verse there. So our next chorus is exactly the same as our first chorus, C, G, D minor, G, and do that 2 times. Then we have our arpeggio picking at the end, the A minor, the F, then the G, and we finish here. And then we have our bridge after that, so let me play that for you. So we're just starting on this A minor chord, strum it 4 times. 2, 3, 4. Go to G. And then we're going to do a bend on the 3rd fret on the B. Play 1st fret B, 3rd fret E. Then just play the open A and then the A minor chord. Do that again. Then jump to the G. Now pull off to the open there on our bottom E strings, and then just play from the 2nd fret down on the A string. So then we're going to the C chord, so we have 3rd fret A, 2nd fret on the D, open E, 1st fret on the B. We hold there, and then we play the 3rd fret on the E string with the C chord, off, and then 3rd fret on the B string. So, and then we're going to our D minor. We have the open D string, 2nd fret G, strum 2 times on the D, do that again, and then we're just going to the E build up. So just hold the E chord and just all down strums, then build up to our solo, and that's our bridge there. Now we'll do the solo at the end. The chords for the solo are fairly easy. We're just going to do F, and we're going to do it the same as we did our chorus. So root note first, down, down, up, G, E, A minor, F, G, now A minor for a bar, back to F, G, E, A minor, D minor for a bar, and E for a bar. And that's our solo rhythm there, and we'll do the solo at the end. Then we have our next chorus. We play that exactly the same. C, G, D minor, G, do that 2 times, and our arpeggio picking at the end, A minor, F, G. Now this time play the open G string, 3rd fret on the B, back to open G. And then just strum the G chord, and that gets us ready for the outro. So we play the outro for you now. So it's the same as our intro there. We just play the 8 and then the 10s, a mute, 10 slide up to 12, 10, 12, pull off the 10. So it's the same as our intro. 8 again, the 10s. Our mute, 10 slide up to 12. 12, 12, 10, 12D, 10, a bend on the G back to 12 on the D, and then our 10 on G and B, hammer onto 12, pull off the 10. And then to finish it off, 10 on D and G, hammer onto 12 on the D, then just play 12, 10, 10, 12 on the D string. And that's our outro there. So there are all the rhythm parts, then we have the solo. Let me play that for you. So we're going to start on the G string, 9th fret, slide up, and then B, 10, and do a half bend on 12. And then do that again, 9G, 10B, and do a bend and release on the 12B. And do a bend on the 10E. Stay on the E, 4, 5, 7, 8, do 5, hammer onto 7, pull off the 5. 8B, 5 back on the E, back to 8 on the B and do a bend. Then just play, staying on the B string, 8, 5 and then back to 8 with a bend and release. Stay on the B, 5, 6, do a bend on 6. Then release the bend, pull off the 5, do 7 on the G, 5 on the B, back to the G, bend on 7, release 5, 7. So stay on the G, we do the 9, B, 10, 12, bend and release, and then play 12E. And then just do the release on the 12 on the B and play 12. Then we come up to the E string, bend on 15, play 15, 13, and then do a hammer on pull off 12 to 13. Then we have these octave chords. We're going to start on 7 on the D and 10 on the B. And then we play it again, slide up to 10 and slide back to 9. And then play the 9 and 12 again, and then play 10, slide up to 12, slide up to 14, and your little finger follows along. And then just play 12, slide up to 14, and then 14 on the D. And to finish off, we have a half bend on 17 on the B, do a full bend on 15 on the B, play 15, do a bend on 19 on the B, and then just play 19, 17, 19 and a full bend on 22 on the E. And that's our solo there. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed Wind of Change Guitar Lesson. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell, and I'll see you soon.